All right, Isaac. This is a special episode because I thought of two new things for us in this podcast. All right.
All
Two.
right, I'm all yours.
The first one, this is just a fun little, it's not trivia, right? But I had an idea. I'm going to read a movie summary. It'll be like a really popular movie, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And all you got to do, is guess the movie. You think you can do that?
Sounds easy.
All
I mean,
right.
I haven't seen as many movies as you, so we'll see, but I think so.
Perfect.
Specifically popular ones. It's really weird. But yeah, let's do it. Like, I just saw Blade Runner for the first time. It was a shitty movie.
All right. Here we go. Cobb, a skilled thief who commits corporate espionage by infiltrating.
Oh, I know what it is.
Subconscious.
Yeah. Yep, got it. It's already, yeah, it's Inception.
Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, God damn it, Isaac. I was going to read the whole thing for the viewers at home to try to get. Okay.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know how this worked. Sorry.
Right, no,
sorry. We can cut that out if you want.
No.
I said Cobb, and I was like, I already know the answer.
Okay. No. That just demonstrates your skill. We'll do another one.
Yeah. I've seen that movie many times.
Okay. Here we go. With his wife's disappearance having become the focus of an intense media circus, a man sees the spotlight turned on him when it's suspected that he may not be innocent.
Do you want me to?
Go. Well, yeah, if you know it, go for it.
Isn't it Gone Girl?
There we go. Good job.
I've never
Isaac.
seen the movie. I literally just know that one scene of Ben Affleck smiling next to the disappearance poster. That's the only scene I've seen from that movie.
Okay. Well, hey, there we go.
Yeah.
Good job, Isaac.
I'm covering
right.
Ben Affleck after I cover Jake Gyllenhaal, and then I can cover Ryan Gosling, and then I can cover someone after him.
Who would be the next guy after? That would make the most sense.
I would normally think like who was the guy? He was Batman.
Christian Bale or Robert Pattinson?
Yeah, Christian Bale. I kept thinking Christopher Nolan. I was like, he's the director. I would have done Christian Bale, but I feel like I would kill myself. So I'm not gonna touch it.
Oh,
but
if you really want to kill yourself, I got one for you. Jesse Eisenberg.
Sure. Oh no, I'm not doing that. No, Armie Hammer would be a funny one to do. That'd be really funny.
That would be really funny. You'd be the only person in.
I would be the only person. Yeah.
Oh my god, funny,
though. So
that's awesome. But yeah, that's gonna be on one of our next Stickscasts. This is Armie Hammer movies ranked, whatever.
Yeah. God, what a weird guy.
Perfect. All right, and before we get into bullet train, because I'm guessing we're not going to talk that much because we kind of talked a lot about it when we watched this movie together. But I think it might be cool, right? We're already covering movies. Why not every week cover like the most fucking obscure country like possible and do like a quick like weekly roundup of the news of that country, and then we become so then I could put the tags or something so we're the number one and we'll become like number one in our political and social analysis. So here we go. I'm
down. Yeah,
actually I'll share my screen really quick. So I was gone random, and this is the first one is Burundi. I mean, that's not a bad choice. We could do Burundi.
I don't know what that is. I don't know what country that is.
I don't even know. Do you know the continent? Because I don't even know the continent. Is it
flag
Africa?
Looks made up. It starts with a B. I would assume could be Asia.
Let's see. Wait, yeah, let me search Burundi.
The name seems real, but the flag doesn't seem like a real country's flag.
Yeah. Burundi. Okay.
You're right. Yeah.
All right. I mean, if you want, we could cover Burundi. Dude, it has 11 million people. That's like pretty big.
That's all right.
I mean,
I think that's bigger than Israel. Let me check.
Let
me check. That's bigger than Israel.
Oh my god. All right. Well, wait, just in case we'll do a couple more random countries, but I feel like Burundi
Wait. Can you go back? I want to see their GDP.
GDP per capita is 274. Oh, 3.2 bill.
That's actually all right. That's all right.
Damn, I feel like we're just like dumb because I don't think Burundi's that like small, but we just somehow never heard of it.
I'm sorry. I don't look at maps very often. I like use Google Maps to go to the grocery store because I'm directionally challenged, but I don't normally look at maps of Africa or like Western Asia. I got lucky that one time when you named, I forget what country that was. You named a country and I was like, it's in Asia. And it was just like in the Middle East, which is technically Asia. It is
Oh
Asia.
yeah, I remember that. All right, so let's see. Hold on, we'll do a couple more. I just want to see what we get.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we get random country?
We're gonna get the United States one of these times.
No, Rwanda. That's a loaded. I don't know if we can.
That's a lot. Well, the weekly roundup would be simple, but the history would be a little complicated there.
Yeah, that's what we say for Tuesday for the history of Rwanda podcast.
Cool flag though. I love it.
And actually, that's a dope fucking
It looks like
flag.
a beach. It just looks like a beach.
Oh yeah, you got forest, and then you got sand, ocean, sun. All right, let's do a couple more. But
that looks like a Marine layer shirt. Actually, shout out to Zach.
Oh yeah. All right, Bolivia.
Oh, Bolivia. I know. Wait a second.
What?
1 second.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
As we're waiting for Isaac,
Yeah. I'm familiar with Bolivia because I played Ghost Recon Wildlands.
Well, we can do a gameplay. So we'll play Ghost Recon Wildlands while we do a political coverage of Bolivia. Oh my god. All right, let's do like one more because we probably it's fun.
Yeah. This is fun.
This Central African Republic.
Nils, do you want to guess where that is?
Asia. Let's check the stats of Central.
I want to see the map. I want to see it on the map. I want to see if it's actually Central.
Yeah. Okay, let's see.
Because I feel like
Central.
What else? Oh yeah, that's very central. Okay, it's west of Sudan. Okay.
What's it? Okay. Oh, I'm stupid.
Damn, their GDP is all right. For 4 million people, that's a good GDP.
Why is that the? Never mind. Let's go to next.
They probably have I would guess they have a lot of wildlife.
Oh yeah. Oh no, boy, that was the first picture.
Never been there, so I have no idea. So.
All right, one more.
One more. This is really fun. This is like better than any content we've ever made.
Oh, Costa Rica.
Nick Nils, do you know about Costa Rica?
I've been to Costa Rica before.
Well, yeah, but do you know about it? It's one of the only countries in the world without a standing military.
Oh, I didn't fucking know that. That's sick.
Yeah, because I mean they're so close to the US and the US is such a power. Like back in like 1949, I think they were just like, yeah, we're just not gonna have a military and put that money into education. And it's just like such a Chad move.
Speaking of the next country, all right, if it was Chad, that'd be
that'd be funny.
Chad.
Well, we got Central African Republic, so like I think that's bordering.
Yeah,
I think so.
Okay, Portugal.
The future World Cup champions this year.
You think so?
Hopefully. I'm a big Ronaldo fan, so.
Oh,
I don't actually think so. I think Germany's probably gonna take it, but I really hope that Portugal takes it.
Germany is always fucking good. Like.
Yeah, I know.
God. All right. Well,
once they developed the Blitzkrieg, they kind of just like. It's hard to beat them.
Well, Isaac, should we decide that we have become both a movie cast and a Burundi cast coverage? Okay, let's start with the basics. Let's just cover the stats, or do you want? Let's look up a Burundi. Like I'll search Burundi, and then let's see what the Western media Google has as for our first news thing that pops up. Wait, Isaac, which one? Let's. Oh, we got
And
some
they
juice.
sent troops into the Congo.
Yeah, all
Great.
right, we gotta do this one of Reuters. Let's see. So yeah, as experts of so this as article headline is Burundi sends troops into Congo as part of East African Force. Isaac, do you have any knowledge of what war or thing this is a part of?
I know that Belgium had something to do with the Congo in the 20th century.
Oh, wait. Of an East African regional force aiming to quell rebel violence, Congo's army said. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know who the rebels are. But yeah, they want peace. Let's see. This is just about
Well, everyone wants
Congo.
peace.
Come on. Burundian troops stepped up secret incursions into Congo late last year to fight a Burundian armed group there. No, they're fighting themselves. Denied. Oh, okay. Well, that's it. So Isaac, give me your take on this hot button issue.
Don't touch the Congo.
That
Don't touch it. It's that I'm not never.
All right. Well, since we're doing like undisputed, I'll be on the side. I personally think these rebels are a threat to the very existence of Burundi, right? The culture that our Burundi government has set up, the rebels just want to destroy it all. So it's time to take them down. Let's go to the Congo. That's my take. But yeah.
1 second. I'm looking up what the rebels are fighting for.
They're fighting democracy, damn it.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point. Yeah. Well, that's a nice weekly roundup.
That's a good. There's your weekly roundup on Burundi.
Yeah, it's not even news about them. It's just their military in the Congo.
Yep. What a way to start. Well, Isaac.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how to fucking segue. To this.
I do. Oh, I can do that.
Do it.
Now, just like the Congo, Japan also has trees. Perfect. Look at that. Speaking of Japan, this week we saw Bullet Train, which is the greatest movie I have ever seen personally. That's not me joking. I'm being very sincere here. Absolutely the best movie ever. Nils is a sour bitch because he went into it wanting to hate it and he ended up loving it, but now he has to act like he hated it. And that's that.
Shit. Well, I'll really quick. I'll describe what Bullet Train is if some people. Because I was talking to one of my friends.
They know.
But I talked to a couple people and they're like, I was like, oh yeah, I saw Bullet Train, and they had no fucking clue that movie exists.
They were lying because they know it's you and they know that you didn't like it. So they were like, fuck no. So I'm not even going to give them the satisfaction.
Well, like, to be fair, I don't even think there's any like, what was I going to say? I don't know if there's I haven't seen any like ads for this movie on TV. Like the marketing, really? I don't know, just for this big type of movie, the marketing seems kind of quiet. Like, I don't know, just for how loaded of a cast is. So maybe that's why, because a couple of people I've talked to, they're like, I don't know what movie you're talking about, and it's supposed to be like a big summer, excuse me, box office hit. But I'll so I don't know what Isaac is saying here. All right. I was going into this movie wanting to like it. I know it's going to be silly, rambunctious, what have you. But I'm sorry. It's just fine. For me, it was just fine. And then I didn't even notice. I only knew this after I watched the movie, that the guy who directed this directed Deadpool 2. And I literally had the same exact like emotion after watching Deadpool 2 that I did this movie. And they're not like, they're kind of similar, right? But like, it's just kind of weird that I had got the same exact feeling from both of those movies, where it's just like, it's all right, but I don't know. I was just kind of like, but I don't know, Isaac, it seems like you gave it 5 stars. Fucking love the movie.
Yeah. I gave it 5 stars, and it wasn't even a joke 5 stars. I gave it an actual 5 stars. Um, Listen, I can dive into my review, but I just want you to know how flawed your vision is. I'm sorry, I feel bad for you, truly, because you clearly you couldn't enjoy the masterpiece. And I'll start with I went in with unrealistically high expectations. I was like, holy shit, it's Brad Pitt and he's on a train and he's in Japan and he's gonna kill people. That's really it. Listen, that's a good starting point. If you just have that, that's a 3-star movie, I'd say. But it just added so much more. And it's you gotta, when talking about how these films are objectively, it's kind of difficult when you switch from genre to genre, because when you enter the action genre, you there's obviously subgenres. Like, this one's an action comedy, and then so based on that, objectivity, like, for example, special effects are more important. Cinematography is slightly less important, but for action sequences, you have to have, like, a lot of movement, and you have to keep the viewer engaged without giving them basically overexposure, which it did a great job of. This movie it might have had the best pacing I've ever seen in any film, regardless of genre. There was there were moments of calmness, but, like, it's not actually calm, because it's how do I explain this? There was like there's no tension in the film, because it didn't feel, because what you would have is you'd have like a super great, like, action sequence, and then the next moment, because you're given different perspectives throughout the film, and flashbacks give different context for different story details. But, like, one of my favorite scenes is when, I forget the lady's name, the like little girl who was like the master, oh, spoilers, who was the mastermind,
The
and then,
prince.
like, yeah, the prince, thank you. We, like, from the start, we knew that, like, she was, like, evil, and then, like, throughout the film, she was, like, just acting all nice and stuff. And then, like, for example, when she was right after Tangerine got shot, when she was just sitting with Ladybug, it was like, okay, well, that's not good. So, like, there were calm moments, but it was still, like, it was still super engaging, because it's like, you don't know exactly when it's all going to pop off. You just know that it will most likely pop off. So again, pacing was perfect. I thought the flashbacks were really creative. They were really funny. They were really fun. And they I mean, it was just a lot of fun. The flashbacks with was it Lemon and Tangerine, I think it was Lemon and Tangerine. The
Where
flashbacks with Lemon and Tangerine were, like, by far the best for me, but
Yeah.
really just all the flashbacks are super cool. I thought the Fiji water bottle was super funny, because it kept a consistent presence in the film. Action sequences were done phenomenally. I mean, when the Russian oligarch, not oligarch, when the Russian, when the fuck, when the
White
the Russian
Death.
guy, White Death, thank you. When his son, like, got murked by the Hornet, like, that was a really, like, that was a really creative way to, kill him. And it was also, like, it was funny, because it's an action comedy. And I think the methods of just, like, not just having people quip all the time, and actually having some humor in just the creativity of it, I think that really helped. I mean, that's most of it. I would say that's like 2/3 of it. Obviously, I've been talking for like 5 minutes, so I want to let you talk a little bit. But 5 stars, fucking best movie ever. It was just like, and cinematically, it was absolutely beautiful.
Mm,
So there's just nothing you can really complain about, in my opinion.
fair enough. And fair enough. And hey, yeah, I really wanted to like this movie, but I'll get started with one thing, right? Because let me say this: the action is pretty good. Like, there are some very fun action sequences, especially with, like, Brad Pitt and shit. And on the train, they kept it on the train, which is cool. Like, there's some really fun stuff here. And the fucking, like, costuming is really awesome too. Everyone has such a
Hmm.
good, especially like Lemon and Tangerine. Like, those outfits are fucking fire,
Oh yeah.
right?
Hmm.
But I think one thing that critically, it for me, hurts this film is because I view this film, I think it's supposed to be an action comedy. That's how I see it,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
I don't think the jokes are very good besides like the Thomas the Train Engine stuff. Like that's all. And there are
Okay.
some times where it's even like, right? I still love Thomas. Thomas the Tank Engine. My bad. Fuck. See, they even said that in the movie. But like a lot of the movie hinges on some of the jokes, and I just don't think the writers really tried at all. So then you have like Brad Pitt kind of like trying super hard, or who's the Taylor Johnson guy? Aaron Taylor Johnson, is that his name?
Yeah, Aaron Taylor. I think
Yeah,
he was
like
Lemon. No, he's Tangerine. Yeah.
yeah, like the actors are really having fun, which I think is really cool, especially for like a big movie like this. Like it doesn't feel forced, and a lot of actors are having a great time. I just don't think
Mhm.
the writing for the jokes is that good.
Mhm.
And I will say, like, for me, the writing itself, when it comes to like how do I put it? It just like the ending, I think you're supposed to, I don't know. It just like was really fucking clunky. I like it just wasn't very well tightly written. And so, I want to go back to the jokes really quick because then the jokes weren't that great. So when it would be kind of annoying because like there's a lot of them, right? And so even when they're having action sequences that are really cool, and a lot of those times the action sequences are kind of cut off by like okay jokes, which for me, I don't know. Maybe it might just be my sense of humor. It just wasn't that much. So it's like seeing a really cool action scene and then it kind of get cut off, or that like facing get cut off by a joke or whatever. Like I know you need levity, and I'm not saying you shouldn't have jokes. Like I love like the first Deadpool and shit, but like for me, just it was like, oh, it's so cool, like on this train, and then I don't know. So I think that's mainly just the biggest thing. Everything else, I don't really think I mind. So like, it's still a 3-star for me. So it's still like
Yeah, of
pretty
course.
positive. I just like didn't really feel anything, and I know
Mhm.
it's a blockbuster, but it wasn't even really like all that necessarily very fun for me. But I can see
No,
why
I get it. Yeah.
a lot of people really like this movie, and so I get
Mhm.
why. But I don't think you would deny that like the jokes could have been a lot stronger and would have made this movie like amazing. Would you agree or no on that?
Actually, I'm really happy you brought this up. So I mean, I would agree. Not all of it, not I would say probably close to the majority of the jokes in the film like just weren't like really funny. But that being said, I don't really view them as like not, just knockoff attempts at getting a laugh out of the audience. This isn't like the 70s show where literally every single line has a laugh track behind it. Like this, the way that I viewed it basically was, yeah, they're really quippy, but they're not like going super out of their way. They're keeping like the context between their conversations relevant when making that. So instead of viewing them literally each and every one of them as jokes, like clearly there were some jokes, but the way I saw it was like, since they like, sorry, how do I explain this? Since they're keeping context consistent, and the way I took it was they weren't really like, the writers weren't really joking. The way I saw it was they were more of just two characters like bantering and antagonizing each other, which would set and process the sequential events of the film. But I
Mhm.
would agree, a lot of the like lines were just like, I wouldn't say cringe. There were a few that were cringe, but like I would agree that not all the jokes are funny. But then again, I don't really think that they had to be personally, and that's personal, obviously.
Mhm.
But no, I definitely get what you're saying. Um, I will say though, um, the cameos were just fucking perfect. There were the Channing Tatum, the Ryan Reynolds, and then the I think Sandra Bullock.
Oh,
Fucking great cameos.
yeah. No, and really quick, because yeah, I want to talk about the cameos, but I do want to say, and this is in props to the film, I don't think like the jokes ruin the structure of the film, like you were saying. Like I think a good
Hmm.
comparison to another big box off like blockbuster movie is like Thor: Love and Thunder, where the jokes literally ruin. I mean, there's other parts that ruin the structure of that movie, but the jokes severely
Yeah.
diminish the stakes in structure of that film so much that no one even likes it. It's not even like a film snobs don't like the MCU fans. Like a lot of people do not like Thor: Love and Thunder.
Mhm.
This, it doesn't, yeah, like the jokes, they don't ruin how the structure of the film is going in. So I just wanted to preface this. So like it still has its structure, it still has its build up and like all the cool like sequences it's set up. But yeah. And then and the fucking like after Free Guy, I fucking hate Ryan Reynolds so much. So the cameo was fine. If he said anything, I would be mad. He didn't even say anything.
Yeah.
It's fine. The Ryan Reynolds fans, they get their kick. I was like, fine. And then I fucking love Channing Tatum. So that was, although that joke was still like, I don't know. I don't even really like the joke itself. Is it? Sorry, I'm not trying to be Mr. fucking joke man. Like, what's funny or not?
No, yeah.
But like low key, the joke itself isn't that funny. It's just like Channing Tatum is there. Like that's what.
Yeah.
Like him wanting just to like get fucked by a dude. Like it's the way it was delivered wasn't even that good. It's just so funny that like Channing Tatum hasn't been in like shit in so long. Like he's still getting Magic Mike 4 or 3 already, but like he'll just be in a movie like that. That's it. So
he was in Dog.
Oh, and
you don't remember Dog, the blockbuster?
Oh,
film
Dog.
About
Oh yeah,
the dog.
I forgot about that movie. And I saw that. I think that's one of the trailers I saw the most like recently.
Oh yeah, fair. I think I was a big fan of it. Obviously, I was a big fan of all the cameos. I was a big fan of the Channing Tatum cameo specifically because I think they really. I'm not sure if it was intentional or not, but they did. If it was, they did a fucking perfect job of nailing just like the super like pervy American tourist, in Japan. I think that was great in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
So that was one of my favorite cameos. But I also think that I think that like again going back to the jokes just because it popped into my mind, I think some of the funniest moments in the movie were not jokes. It was just because how absurd the entire film is. Like for example, the wolf, the entire flashback sequence for the wolf was like, it was like 5 minutes, and we're just seeing like basically this guy's whole like criminal underworld upbringing, and then he just gets stabbed.
Mm-hmm.
That is the most absurdly funny thing I have ever seen. Like they just put so much work into a character just for him to just get absolutely murked immediately, and that's great. Yeah. Again, that's one of the reasons why I enjoyed the film. In my review, I think specifically what made this film unique, besides the creativity of like the action sequences, it was absolutely the chaos and the absurdity, because you just don't see that. Everything's normally super methodical. Like if you look at the Mission Impossible franchise, it's like you always got to stay one step ahead, and then he pulls off a mask and that's it. But in this, it's just like it's just the weirdest shit at all times, and I think that's great.
I gotcha. Yeah, it is for like a. That's cool. I'm glad the movie is out there. It's nice.
Yeah,
fun.
It's hey, Oscar season's right around the corner. No, don't worry, you'll see it soon.
Yeah.
Best picture.
I don't know. But also, I think this is also last. Since Isaac is praised, I feel like I gotta balance it, with one more criticism. It's not even really criticism. I don't even know what to say. It's just a thought. Isaac, and for everyone's listening, you know how I feel about trains. I love trains so much. I just like. I don't. This is just okay. Like I should love the movie. That's how it's like saying a lot when I will like have a fucking orgasm seeing any form of just trains. This was just fine. The Thomas the Tank Engine is really cool. I'm glad it's one of the best shows ever. Respect, but like, I just I don't know. I just don't know. The best I will say as a train lover, I do like when they Brad Pitt like the 1 minute stops. That was probably the most clever use of having that train. Like And I get why the villain was like, "Oh, I bought out all the seats so to the end of Kyoto or whatever." Also, the train doesn't just stop at Kyoto or whatever. Like it keeps going. It's not just gonna stop at Kyoto. Anyways,
Good to
but
know.
like it's just like, damn, I do kind of wish there was more like civilians in the train. I don't know. It was just kind of then it just turned into a bunch of different like sounds.
Yeah.
I don't know. And also with the White Death shit, I felt nothing from that at all. Like it's
Yeah,
funny
me
that it's
neither.
who's that actor? Oh my god. You know, no,
I don't
he
know.
remember Man of Steel?
No, was he Zod?
Yeah, that's the
Fuck! I knew it looked familiar.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like and he was in Knives Out. Like he's has some cool stuff. But I don't know. It's just weird. And his voice. Oh, all right. Last thing. The voices are weird. I don't like I know that Paperboy or Brian Taylor Henry or whatever that plays Lemon is like I just the British voices were so fucking weird. I like
Well,
I
it's the British. I mean, I don't think. Yeah, I think they're all weird, but it's the British. So
but yeah,
like the
especially
British.
Michael. Oh, I think his name is Michael Shannon. Like the White Death, it was just like this weird in between of like Russian and then like Japanese and then a like American
Yeah.
accent. It was so odd, and I was like, dude, I
To be
don't.
fair, it's a Russian underworld like syndicate boss living in Japan, fighting Americans.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just like, I was like, dude, I
It's just a
don't.
lot.
So
They
like
should have been more consistent with
for
that. I
all
agree.
the buildup, I was like when it had the payoff of like the final sequence of like the trains there, and then they're all fighting White Death and stuff. I was just like, eh. So I don't know if that's just like the buildup wasn't as good as I wanted it to be, but whatever. I still, even though I guess I'm now become the resident hater of Bullet Train, I still gave it a positive review. So that
Yeah.
is still that just shows how great of a just like a solid, fun movie this is. So and not everything needs to be a yeah, you know.
Yeah, no, we don't need a like entire narrative for everything at all
Yeah.
times. So I get it.
I was able to forget
All right.
about climate change. It is a perfect movie.
That's all you need. That's all we need.
Yeah.
That's the purpose of the film industry nowadays. So
Yeah. So I don't know. Well, Isaac, before because I'm too I gotta get my hair cut. So we'll
oh,
still
do
use
your
these
thing.
3 minutes. No, but we
Get a
still
racing stripe.
and
Racing stripe.
um you have any closing thoughts or anything for
I've said all I need to say. Great
um
movie, Oscar worthy. That's it.
yeah. Um yeah, I mean I'm trying to think, but I don't know. I think this is just a solid. We got what we said what we needed
It's
to.
been a good dialogue. Yeah, it's been a good
Get
dialogue. We
ready
covered.
for Burundi.
Yeah,
Man.
Burundi. Okay, cool. I'll prepare my PowerPoint. I don't have school for like 2 weeks, so I have plenty of time. So
What are you even
might as
gonna
well.
do? Are you just gonna party and shit for the next 2 weeks? Yeah.
Yeah.
Your roommate's
The
already
first,
moved
I
in?
gotta. One of them. The other two moving in like 5 days. 5 days, yeah, 5 days. And then I gotta track down those two boxes they lost because it's like, what the fuck? I need my shit.
Ooh.
But if they don't give that back to me, I'm gonna like just be like, all right, you owe me money. It's
Yeah.
pretty straightforward. So hopefully I get money, but
What were in the were there
we'll see.
anything super valuable in the boxes?
Like all of my silverware, which is like, 2 forks and a knife. And like it was mainly kitchen appliances, and then like
Okay.
my bath towel. The bath mat, that's gonna hurt because I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to like dry off my feet now. Um,
Oh. Yeah.
yeah,
That sucks.
but no, we'll see. I mean, like it was really sucky because when I opened my I was unpacking. My friend was helping me unpack. Like I had to overnight new sheets because my sheets were like moldy.
Oh.
So yeah, not a good time, but Amazon really came through in the clutch. I literally woke up and my sheets were here. So uh that's that. That's everything that's happened in my life up until this point.
Fuck yeah. All right. Well, Isaac, once again, we another great Sticks cast and more to come.
Another great Sticks cast. Back on schedule. We're back on schedule.
Woo! Don't
We're
stop the
back.
bullet trade, the Sticks cast trade. Okay, that was horrible. All right. Bye, Isaac. Love you.
See you, Nels. Have a nice one. All right. Love you
You
too.
too.